Sorry for leaving you out in the cold. I'm Nick Guerra, and this is I Can News Too. We start this news report with what will be the most important news ever. A new study revealed that funny men give more orgasms in the bedroom. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. We are now almost a year into the pandemic, and whether you've been alone during this time or with loved ones, we can all agree that it's been... Some of you have even thought, man, I would do anything for some peace and quiet. Well, one man from West Sussex did just that by returning to jail. Inspector Darren Taylor of the Sussex Police revealed the unidentified man was wanted on a recall to prison. When being booked, the man said he would rather go back to prison than have to spend one more minute with the people he was living with. In other words, the man would rather go into lockdown than be on lockdown. And I know that some of you are looking around the house right now thinking to yourself, oh man, I kind of feel like Chris Rock right now. I wouldn't do it, but I understand. Video game nerds rejoiced today as the new Mortal Kombat movie trailer dropped, and it looks awesome. Since its inception, Mortal Kombat has done one thing consistently: offended someone. But one writer at Jezebel was offended for a very peculiar reason. Self-described astute film critic Shannon Malero couldn't help but run to the computer to point out what she thought was a glaring mistake in the movie trailer. The movie made no mention of Chun-Li. And as I said that, almost every person who ever owned a video game system collectively said, Chun-Li is from Street Fighter. I mean, I know, all fighting video games tend to look alike, right? She even went on to basically diss the longest running female character of the Mortal Kombat series, Sonya Blade. As of 4:39 p.m., Jezebel added a note to the article saying they discovered the answer to why Chun-Li was not in the trailer. Wow. The article was released at 4:20 p.m. I imagine in those 19 minutes, Shannon probably walked around her place just thinking, man, they can't get one over on good old Shannon, and she closed her laptop and then just sat there in her own smittenness, just proud of herself. Now here's my problem with the entire thing. Why don't websites just delete articles? I mean, I know why. Oh, because it's getting so much traffic, we gotta leave it up there. But it's wrong. It's misinformation. And the internet is riddled with these articles that get proven wrong year after year but still get shared year after year. And they all have a little note at the bottom that says, this information has been updated, we were wrong. But here's the thing, people don't read the article. 90% of the people are too lazy to even click on it. They just read the headline, form an opinion, and then they push that opinion out there. And to me, that leads to a bigger problem. Because I guarantee you, in those 19 minutes, someone read this article and formed a fully misinformed opinion, and they were like, I don't know if this is racist or sexist, I just know I'm angry. And then they closed their laptop and they sat down with their smittenness just thinking to themselves, man, I'm so smart. Thanks Shannon for Jezebel for making sure they never get one over me. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm done with people being smitten with themselves when they are wrong. And if you're the type of person that reads a piece of misinformation, forms a huge opinion, and then walks around just like, well, you believe what you want to believe, to each his own, you're an idiot. Stop being dumb, okay? You need to start admitting, well, I guess I don't know everything. Stop being smitten with yourself. Down with the smittenness. In better news, California could be the first state to make stealthing illegal. And no, I'm not talking about wearing camouflage in public and hiding around bushes. No, it's something way worse. Stealthing, a term that I had never heard of until now, is when a person removes a condom during sex without the other person's consent. If this law gets enacted, stealthing will be considered sexual assault. And to that I say huzzah, because if you're the type of person that does that, you are a POS with shit on top. Like, come on guys, someone actually let you have sex with them, but you still can't get it up unless you're taking something from them? You're broken. You're a broken man. Speaking of getting more than what was agreed to, millions of Texans spent this entire week learning about their power grids. And the one thing they learned is that their power is handled by just a handful of people, and some of those people don't even live in Texas. During one of the coldest events ever, Texans all over the state were dealing with power outages and blackouts. Many were left without power and even water for days. The most unfortunate part of all this is that no one's going to be held responsible for it. These things were signed into law a while ago, and these people have spent the past 20 years just taking more than they should, just more and more of your energy pie. And you can probably already guess what's going to happen. They'll send out a statement, and your new bill will have a little notation and update saying that they made a mistake, but they won't remove the misleading article of law that created this mess. Let's just hope you guys Chun-Li's sidekick the people responsible for this in 2022, and Texas passes a law that stops dirty politicians and businessmen from stealthing out the state's basic needs. Oh, and stop electing that Canadian to represent Texas. And finally, in news that I just learned yesterday, Batman, the 1989 movie, could have almost been a rated R film if they had kept the original line that Michael Keaton was supposed to say. In his iconic introduction where he told a criminal, "I'm Batman," the original line was, "I'm Batman, motherfucker." And that will do it for this edition of I Can Use Too, where I yesterday, today. Good night.